Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. I'm watching all of the social media, and you're saying, you fire Fox News, you fire Judge Jeanine, and you leave Shepard Smith there. Shepard Smith is gay. I mean, things have shifted. Protections are not for all. Freedom of speech is not for all. It's not. It's not for all. There's protection for minority groups unlike ever before. So let's show everybody the social media way, and the way you can always contact the show right there. Okay. And that's the way you can get in touch with us. That's a news line 24/7. If you ever want to be on the show, text me there, and we'll let you be on the show. Now, let me give you a little programming note here. Before we get into our Elizabeth Warren story, and I want to get into this, okay? I want to go somewhere that the other media, they're running with this. They're excited about this. But we need to be concerned because it's real. Before we get into that, the heartbeat bill, Georgia State Senate, the committee voted to bring the heartbeat bill out of committee for a vote. So it looks like the heartbeat bill in Georgia is closer to being on the floor. Could be on the floor today. I'm not for sure. But about 22 minutes after we finished our show, and did our segment yesterday, the heartbeat bill made it out of committee, okay? Not by any help from Phil Kent, that is a panelist on the Georgia Gang, which he sent me an ugly message yesterday because I reported what happened on the Georgia Gang. He must have got major backlash, Phil Kent from the Georgia Gang. He cleared up he's not a lobbyist, and he's never registered to be a lobbyist. Okay, that's fine. He's a consultant. We'll leave it there, okay? So, and he got very ugly that I used the word lobbyist. The fact is he said table the heartbeat bill. But the point I want to make real quick is it made it out of committee. It's going to go to the floor. I really think we're going to see this thing get to Governor Brian Kemp's desk. That's great. The anger. Take a minute, folks. Take a minute. The anger it caused. They had to rope off. If you've ever been to the Capitol, young people come down and they volunteer, and they get credit from school and everything to be pages. Okay, so if I go there and I want to talk to one of the representatives, I would write the representative's name on the ticket. And I would give it to a page, say, I would like to, because I have a press pass, I'd like to talk. And then the page would go into the gallery and hand it to the representative. There's a rope line. The protesters against the heartbeat bill on the Senate side they're so nasty, they had to block it off in fear of the young people, the pages, of maybe something happening. Because they were vile with language and threats and nasty, and they're angry, and they had to rope it off to only authorized personnel because of that. Generally, the general public can walk all around, but they had to do that based on that. Okay, now let's get to Elizabeth Warren. Now, what did I tell you last Friday? And let's wait here. I'm gonna give you the one. I want number 22, but not right now. Okay. So what did I say last Friday, and what have I said? I have said this over and over. I really do not think Elizabeth Warren is going to be the Democrat nominee, but she is a policy. They call her a policy wonk, right? She gets into writing policy, all right? And I have said, hey, she will not be the candidate. But my fear is her policies will make it onto the campaign trail. There's a lot of people, forget polling right now. There's a lot of people out there that believe you're supposed to, just bring, there's a lot of Michael Moores out there where you're supposed to just bring the big banks. You're supposed to crack up Google, crack up Facebook, crack up Amazon. You're supposed to crack up all the big banks. I mean, there's a lot out there, and they like Elizabeth Warren. And when she talks about all this, breaking this up and breaking that up, and she starts policy, they like it. Now, I'm not asking you to, but they do. Stay with the facts. So what I've told you on this show multiple times, that I'm in fear that Elizabeth Warren will not, be on the ticket, but her policies will creep in to the candidate, okay? The rest are out there yelling, I smoke pot, I smoke pot. Cory Booker saying, look we've got lawmakers talking about smoking pot. Prostitution, reparations, all these things are going on out there. Beto O'Rourke just flaring his hands, just going like this and going like this and going like this. No, that was not a monkey reference. But anyhow, Beto's out there not answering any questions. It's taking 3 and 4 days for people to realize he's an empty shirt, but you can do a lot with money. He raised the money. All of that being said, Elizabeth Warren last night said directly, number 22, Elizabeth Warren favors elimination of the Electoral College. And here's my fear, is so many of our side, and I got to say it like that, our side, is looking at the screen now, we'll look at it tomorrow and say, that'll never happen. Okay? They've wanted rid of the Electoral College for years. But basically, the big one that just sent it over the edge was Al Gore, because Al Gore should have been president of the United States, and they don't believe it should be due to a hanging Chad, and they don't believe it should be due to the Supreme Court saying that the Secretary of State of Florida certified the election and it's over. They don't believe in any of that. They believe when it's done, Al Gore won the popular vote, and he should be president of the United States. So that being said, they want to eliminate the Electoral College, and I'm in fear that so many of you out there are, it can never happen. And Warren's putting it out there. And a lot of voters don't realize this. We're coming down to the no need for the Electoral College. Now give me number 23. Warren favors eliminating the Electoral College, willing to consider Medicare for all along with private insurers. Moving away, now what is this? Let's look at what this picture says. Moving away from the Electoral College once each state sign on to secure 270 electoral votes. What does this mean? So you got Hawaii, California, Washington, Colorado, Illinois, New York, looks like Maryland, D.C., New Jersey, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Vermont, New York, all right. All the purple, what does the purple equal? The purple equals 181. See, current total, 181 electoral votes. What is the magic number? 270, right? And I didn't do this. 270, you are President of the United States. So let me say this. Let me get this. Stay with me. Stay with me. 270, I have it here. So 270 minus 181 equals 89. 89. Now, I don't have the map up, but there's only 2 or 3 more states that have a liberal tilt to them. For example, a Michigan, a Wisconsin, a Minnesota. There's a couple states there that have a liberal, Pennsylvania, maybe, that if they get 89 more, there's no need for the electoral college, there's no need for you to go vote. That's 270. So what am I building this all up, and what is the purple, and when the hell am I going to tell you what all this means? The states you see there have already decided and made an agreement that no matter the popular vote of the state, you live in Colorado, there ain't no damn reason for you to go to the polls. Now, the other side of the reason is for you to go to the polls is help get the popular vote up. But if you're a supporter of someone that's going to lose the popular vote, Colorado, whoever wins the national popular vote dedicates their delegates to that candidate. Even if Colorado voted for Donald Trump. Now, I'm serious. I'm trying to watch this, okay? You do the research, tell me where I'm wrong. But here's what here's the takeaway. So Trump runs and he does really well and he decides, and you're sitting there and it says Colorado for Donald Trump. And you're like, damn, Colorado, way to go. All right, Rocky Mountain High. So Donald Trump shows up red. Watch election night, all the talking, well, Donald Trump has won Colorado, and that's going to be interesting because if later tonight the Democrat ends up with the popular vote, leading by 3 million in the popular vote, Colorado's delegates go to that candidate and not Donald Trump. What? That's right. Washington State, I think it's Washington State, has passed a resolution to not let Donald Trump on the ballot, the President of the United States on the ballot, until he releases his tax returns. I can only come on here on a daily basis and ask you to pay attention with me, and let's do something together. This blue right here, okay? This blue, because let me tell you something. Number 24, Warren favors elimination of electoral college, okay? Hillary Clinton did win popular vote. Al Gore did win popular vote. It's scary as hell. And all they need is what I say, 80-some more electoral vote. Then it don't matter. It doesn't matter at all. So I'm your host, BKP. We're going to take a brief break and we're going to come back and get our last 30 minutes out of the way. But this is a story with Elizabeth Warren that absolutely scares the daylights out of me, that we have to pay attention. Take us to break.